Dad. അച്ചാച്ചാ ആരൊക്കെ വന്നെന്നറിയാവോ? ആ അച്ഛനൊന്ന് മിണ്ടിക്കേ. ഇതാരാ അവിടെ ഉള്ളേ? അതാരാ? ആരാ? ആ ആ എന്നാ പറയാൻ പറ്റുക എന്നെ പറ്റിയിട്ട്? ഇവരോട് എന്തെങ്കിലും പറയാൻ പറ്റുമോ? ഇല്ല. ഞാൻ ചെറുപ്പത്തിൽ എങ്ങനെയുണ്ടായിരുന്നു? ആ ഒന്നും മിണ്ടുന്നില്ലല്ലോ അമ്മേ. അമ്മേ ഞാൻ ആരാന്ന് മനസ്സിലായോ? ആ ഞാനാരാന്നേ?
ആരാ ആരാന്നേ?
സിസ്റ്ററാണ്. My name is this thing, and then he's telling you are the nun. ഒരു മടുത്തപ്പ ചേച്ചി ഒരു മടുത്ത I'm a Catholic nun, and I come from Kerala. So after I became a nun, I came to north of India, and I used to see the condition of women, and I used to wonder why it is like that, because I'm coming from originally from Kerala. So Kerala, the situation is different. So it was really shocking for me when I came to north of India. I really thought, I will be able to do a lot, something for the poor people. And that was my idea of becoming a nun. And then when I became a nun, mostly I was put in the different houses where my life was not touching the poor so much as that. There were, but not directly. But there was a particular time, it was in somewhere in 1991, a woman had come to me asking for shelter, and she told me that her husband is threatening to kill her because he was in love with another woman. She told me, sometimes he becomes very violent and he can do anything to her, and she needed immediate shelter. So I was wondering how to help her out. Being living within a community, it was not possible. And also that sister one who was in charge of the project was not there that night. And I told her, you come back, because meanwhile I thought I will ask some of my friends if they can help her. But what happened was that very night, her husband, he poured kerosene oil on her and set her on fire.
Platform number 8 first. Your attention please. Train number 12617 Mangala Nakshatri Superfast Express from Ernakulam to Nizamudi has arrived on Cherry Station. Platform number 1.
By the time, I also heard the shouting, yelling, not knowing what was happening. I went there and I realized it was the same woman who had asked me for shelter. When I reached her to the hospital, doctor told me that she is already 90% burnt. Then I asked doctor if anything can be done to save the baby, because she was 7 months pregnant. And when doctor took her to the theater, what we got in her hand was a fully burnt baby, or fully cooked baby, I can say it. And I was so desperate because, you can imagine this woman who had come to me to ask for shelter. It was not possible for me to give her. And then here she is now finished. I was so angry with myself for not helping her on time. But at the same time, I was wondering what I will do. I was living with this pain all the time. So I went for counseling to one of the priests whom I knew, that is Father Francis Disa. And he told me, Lucy, wait. Instead of running away and hiding yourself from the real problem, go out and do something for this type of women. At that time, absolutely, I had no idea what I'm going to do. How did I grow up? my my childhood has been a very how shall I say it? It's a very joyful one because I was fortunate to be born in a big family. We are 9 children, and I'm the third. And the best thing that I knew was that my parents loved each other very much. That was one of the things that I grew up with. And we were no, we were poor, but not the extreme poverty you see in other parts of the country. We had our own house. My father was a farmer, so we had enough to eat. But there was lot of poverty around. येत नाही प्रोग्रामला आमच्या मुला चल ना लवकर ना सगळ्या सर्व what happened was that when I went to Bombay and I saw the slums for the first time, and uh, when I wanted to become a nun, first thing I thought of going to be a Mother Teresa's order. I filled up the form and I went back home to give the news to my parents, and both were crying. And I felt so sad that I made them sad, so I gave up the idea. And I thought my parents will be happy that I was joining Mother Teresa, but my parents had a lot of fear because my parents thought, those days we used to hear Mother Teresa is picking up leprosy people, you know. So my mother was so frightened that she thought that I will get leprosy and I will die, this was her understanding. So she cried a lot when I told her that I want to go to Mother Teresa, and she said no, you cannot go. Both the parents objected.
आपले फोटो उस बसतात आपले फोटो बसतात मेरा भी
तुझे फोटो काढते.
Exactly. हाँ.
I asked how many wives? Same first and second.
ये हमारा family. लगीन का भाई को.
Finally, when I took the decision, I know that there was a lot of crying and there was so much of sadness in my home because I made up my mind like that. I remember my brother, he hid my suitcase and he took out the key of my suitcase and hid it because he did not want me to go. My father also was crying a lot when I took that step. But now, when they saw everything, they are happy. In our psyche, the men feels they are superior. Okay, they can never be equal to women, however educated you may be. I have dealt even with so many educated men, but they feel they are superior somehow. For what reason? Sometimes the women whom they are married, she is much more superior than him, but he will never allow that superiority to be practiced. And sometimes the poor women, they don't even practice, they are just like that. But he feels threatened by her and then he harms her. Mostly the domestic violence came because of alcoholic husbands. Also because they are not able to pay the dowry, because there is a dowry system and that they are not able to pay, so the husbands pressurize them and then finally a lot of violence happens at home.
Ja, das Dowry ist ja an und für sich offiziell verboten, nicht? Also Mitgift gibt es ja nicht. Ist totaler Standard, ist immer noch der Fall. Nicht? Das heißt einfach, man muss die Frau für die Frau bezahlen. Früher war es ja so, dass gerade die Bauern noch die Töchter gehabt haben, Grund und Eigentum verloren haben, bis auf den letzten Meter. Und das Makabre ist aber noch das, dass sie natürlich ins Haus der Schwiegereltern zieht, weil das ist dort noch üblich, nicht? Und die Schwiegereltern mitregieren im Haus natürlich. Das heißt, die können nach Bedarf nachverlangen. Und wenn sie nicht bezahlen kann, dann üblicher Prozess. Schlagen, prügeln, verbrennen, quälen, bis zum Umbringen.
You know, women, when they have too much of problem, they can't handle it, so they go crazy. And once they are mad, they are on the street because nobody wants them. So then, whenever we find such cases, they are eating from the dustbin, sleeping on the street. Sometimes I find them completely nude. It is in such a horrible condition. So we go there, and whenever we find such cases, we pick them up, we bring them to our home, give them the necessary, cleaning, medical help, and see if we can put them back into their own home.
च्या बाहेर काढलं. मम्मीने मला परत शिकू नाही दिलं आणि मम्मीने मला हकलून टाकलं आणि मग मी खूप असं फिरले वगैरे.
She said, my name is Rani, and she's coming originally from Bombay, from a small village. And she had no father, so her mother used to go to work and kept her two brothers to look after. The mother could not send her to school because if she goes to school, then there was nobody to take care of the two smaller ones. And so she was growing up like that, and then she said that some of the neighbors used to come, the boys, and talk to her nicely, give her chocolate, biscuits, and ice creams. So she was quite happy about it, what they were offering. One day she said that it happened that they closed the door and they raped her. And when she told her mother that what had happened, her mother beat her up and put her out of the house and said, now you are not allowed to stay here. Who will marry you later, and what face can I show to people? Oh. It was difficult when I started, because I being a Christian, not knowing the culture and the language of this place, when I came here, it was really a big challenge. How to prove myself, to the people, and it really happened that people rejected me. You know that, no. When I came here, people really spat on me, and they did not stop the public vehicles for me, saying that you're a Christian, and so many things had happened. And also, because I was a woman director, it was more difficult because it is a very much what you call a male dominated society. So it was very difficult for me to be in an interior village to showing that women's power. So in many ways, I had to fight my way out to get that approval from the people.
Die Schwester Lucy, die Leiterin, die hat es verstanden, heute auch noch nicht, einfach mit diesen Leuten gut umzugehen. Sie war alleine Chefin. Was haben wir gehabt? 2 Angestellte waren noch dabei, also Hausmütter und so weiter. Und dann ist losgegangen mit Kindergärten. Und die ganzen Umgebung Kindergärten verstreut. Ja, auf billige Art und Weise. Man geht hin und sagt nachher, pass auf, einen halben Tag kriegst du was zahlt, dafür dürfen die Kinder in deinem Haus wohnen. Brauchen wir nichts bauen, die Kinder kommen hin und erleben so den Kindergarten. Und das ist für die wichtig, sonst kommen sie nie in die Schule.
So these kindergartens we started as a stepping stone into that village, so that we can have the mothers and the fathers with us. Okay, so that has been a motive behind, not only just to have a kindergarten, but that kindergarten helped us to go into the village.
Namaste, namaste.
तुम्ही पण हात लावा.
Modern India doesn't need poor people, old people, young children, widows, orphans, doesn't need. Because it is meant only for the bold and the beautiful. So, what we are saying, modern India is just a few percentage of the Indian population. If you look at the rural area, 80% or more, they're living in a different world, and we have a name for that. In the rural areas, it's not called India, but Bharat.
So there was a very smart girl who used to come to me. And she was very good, flower making, drawing, playing. She was very good in everything. And one fine day, I missed her. So I asked, where is this so-and-so girl? And they told me, oh, you don't know? I said, why? What happened? She jumped in the well. I said, she jumped in the well? For what? I was so upset about it because she was so nice. Then she said, one of the girls who knew the case told me quietly, she said, this girl was pregnant. I said, pregnant? She was only 15 years old. And she said, yeah, she went with some boys and she became pregnant. And her mother said, it is better that you go and kill yourself because she has brought shame to the family. And so the mother beat her or something like that. So in anger and frustration, she went and jumped in the well. So what I did was that I went to all the villages and I started talking about it. That a woman cannot become pregnant unless a man is supporting. And where are those men? Why you all are not punishing those poor fellows? And you are only telling the girl to die and so many things, like that. And finally, we created a lot of awareness program in the village. And then we started taking the girls here in our home. So we have quite a few girls who are coming to us. At present, we have 14 of them.
सांग बाबांना येऊ दे जन्माला सांग बाबांना येऊ दे जन्माला मीठ भाकर खाईन ग शाळेला शिकाय जाईन ग मीठ भाकर खाईन ग शाळेला शिकाय जाईन ग आदरानं मान देईन गुरुजींना आदरानं मान देईन गुरुजींना सांग बाबांना येऊ दे जन्माला सांग बाबांना येऊ दे जन्माला
I will eat in the house what is like a little food if you will give, that I will eat, but You save me, I want to stay in the life. Then she was singing, I will wear my sister's clothes, I will wear what is things are in the house, that I will wear, I will not give trouble to anybody. Please save me.
आई ग मारू नको तू मला आई ग मारू नको तू मला सांग बाबांना येऊ दे जन्माला सांग बाबांना येऊ दे जन्माला लहानाची मोठी होईल ग पाहुण बघाय येतील ग लहानाची मोठी होईल ग पाहुण बघाय येतील.
And then they gave the message to the world, you have to save the girl child, you have to give the respect to the woman, you have to give the respect to the girl. So girl is like boy equal, so she will give the light to the world.
आई ग मारू नको तू मला आई ग मारू नको तू मला सांग बाबांना येऊ दे जन्माला सांग बाबांना येऊ दे जन्माला लहानाची मोठी होईल ग पाहुण बघाय येतील ग लहानाची मोठी होईल ग पाहुण बघाय येतील ग मैत्रिणी मेहंदी काढतील ग बुरकून उडून जाईन ग मैत्रिणी मेहंदी काढतील ग बुरकून उडून जाईन ग.
Because sometimes when the girl is pregnant, she cannot stay even in the same village or in the state, so they shift them from different states. So they come even from Kerala, from Bihar, Jharkhand, Orissa, and they deliver the baby. And if they want to keep the baby with them, that's what we encourage, and if they like to, we allow them that. And if they don't want, then the babies are given into adoption. When I started, one of the biggest problem that I faced is what type of faith that I am going to teach the children. Because I am coming from a Orthodox Catholic family, and I said, if I do that, I'll be doing injustice to the children because they are brought up in a different faith. So then I started working towards that, and then we created an interreligious project.
Each color is different. You cannot say red, infraviolet, all these are same. So there are many people who say, I don't care which religion we belong to, we are all the same. I said, what a poverty this is. We require all the colors of the rainbow. And the Adivasis, the tribals, the bush people, the Jews, the Christians, the Muslims, the atheists. All of them must bring a color so that they discover their role in the rainbow. So whatever it is, whatever words there is, anywhere we must collect it.
Women's problem, say pollution or ecological problems, human rights issues, fundamental, religious issues, all these are common to all here in their own little thing. So any single religion cannot deal with this. It's impossible. Even Christianity cannot deal with that, Hinduism cannot deal with that, or any other religion. So my idea was in this, to keep these common concerns in the center and how religious traditions can come together to deal with these issues.
Religion or religions do not have the monopoly on religion. Atheists also are religious because they believe in goodness, they believe in honesty, they believe in love. What else do you want? But the moment you put religion in doctrines, it becomes an ideology. Then our fights start. But if we take this religion of love, justice, peace, who does not want love? Who does not want justice? I think this is what we want to say there. But really what it is sharing my life with you. That is what we are saying we should do. And all the religions have to be humble to learn. They're always preaching at the others. If you look at the religion, instead of listening to the other.
Living within Maher, sometimes the such a noisy place and it seems impossible. But still, there are ways when I can really, there is noise there, but I don't hear it. I can still go into silence, and I appreciate and I enjoy that very much. And I need also, because all the time I am with people, talking to people, so I need the time quietness within me, and I try whenever possible to be like that. And when a trip like this, it's so nice because then there is no noise and I don't have to think so much, and I really enjoy that. this message of love, care should be spread. So what I did was that immediately I started creating smaller communities. Maher, it's that big thing. Under that, all these like homes we created. Every home has got like 20 children with two and or sometimes three house mothers living in that. Because always what I teach the social workers is that, see, to give food and shelter, the children don't need you. The children, when they are hungry, they will do anything to fill their stomach. They'll rob, steal, go anywhere, climb the trees, eat something. They will fill their stomach. When they are feeling sleepy, they will go onto the verandas of a shop or bus stop or railway station, they will sleep. But what they need you is to share your love and to give them good education. What I mean is not only academical education, but all-round education to the children, the value-based education, etc. So that tomorrow we can hope something better from these children.
Very happy now. You know my hair happy here?
In our psyche, Indian psyche, when we are small, we are always under a father. Okay? And as we grow up, then we are under the husband. Okay? And as we grow older, then we are under the son. So a woman is never free without a man. That's in our psyche. So what happens is that when the women come here with the 3 children or 4 children, it has been so difficult for them to live on their own because it is in their brain telling you that you cannot be alone by yourself. You always need a man.
I married a wrong person who cheated me of a lot of things, cheated me of life. So I had to give up a lot. So I came here. Everybody takes a lot of care of my health, medicine, food. She takes a lot of care of my food. I feel very hungry because of strong medicine, He was a womanizer, he was a drunkard. My brother is in the police, he's a big officer in the police. He told me, don't marry this person, don't marry this person, he'll dupe you of your money. So my brother cut off all ties with me. Now it's nearly 8-9 years that I have not spoken to my brother. Sister Lucy said that also, we'll try to contact your brother. But I said, don't. He has his own life. Don't. No, it's better that I start life again somewhere else. Let's see.
Okay. So when the people come here, we always encourage, why? You are able to live on your own. You must go out and see the world, and see. And if you are not able to succeed, you are most welcome back home. But you go and try it. So now we have quite a few people who have worked in Maher. Now they are gone back and taken a job and they are living with their children without any problem. But there are quite a few, they get scared.
In fact, Sister Lucy said last time that now I'll look for a job for you. It will take time, but I'll look for a job for you. She said, don't keep a teaching teaching job in mind. Do anything that comes your way. I said, okay.
Women will enjoy the same rights as men. We shall be at peace with all the rest of the world. This is the India of my dream. Beautiful. Yeah. I'm Sister Lucy.
Hinduism has a concern for cosmic community. That's why you have trees are holy, stones are holy, rivers are holy, mountains are holy, animals are holy. Christianity is concerned for human beings, the menschliche Gesellschaft. Now I think both are important. See, this cannot be. This cannot be that old people are not looked after. This cannot be that children are also neglected. They don't have education, they can't go to school and so on.
We shaved him, we gave him bath, then we dressed up his wound. So now he is okay. Only he's too weak because he was so many days he was starving, no. Nobody was there even to give water. He could not even, he was asking like that. I thought he was asking for alcohol. Then we gave him water and he was so happy after, when he had that water.
Didi is a very, very kind and pretty woman. Very.
Kind, pretty woman.
Where, I was really at any time, ready to die at any time. So I was nervous and depressed, feeling lonely life.
से मत लड़ना हम बोले नहीं लड़ेंगे बाबा लेकिन बोलेंगे तो
इधर का मेरे को डर सकता है कुछ नहीं होता अच्छे लोग हैं इधर का लोग अच्छे हैं तुम्हारे बेकार क्या दुखता है अभी
कंबल दुखती है ताकत नहीं है करके
हे अभी ग्राउंड फर्स्ट और सेकंड
पण ह्याच्यात त्याने हे दिलं असेल ना स्क्वेअर फीट
Then we also have a home for the aged people. Aged, what happened is that again the women are left near the street, on the roadside, or they are left near the temples or mosque. So whatever, whenever we go around and we see such cases, we pick them up and we bring them to our home, clean them up, and they are with us. Okay, and I mean, what we are looking at is, to give them a decent life. Give them hot meals every day, give them a bed to sleep. This is the things that we are focusing. I can say the focus just now is to keep the body and soul together. Before the sunrise and before the sunset, all the time she's going to pray.
She will pray. Then she have to get the more money, so then she can help more people.
तर तुम्ही परताने केली
तिथं कुठं वाचलं जमला
And also widows are counted or looked upon as a bad omen. So they don't like widows around, okay? Like supposing if there is a naming ceremony or a wedding, they don't like to have a widow doing anything there. Okay, she has to be always behind the screen, doing all the manual work but never in front. She went for help to her mother when her husband died and she did not know what to do. She went back to the house to see what was happening, whether she can get any help. Then her mother, she said there was a river close by. Her mother said, it is better that you go and kill yourself in the river along with 2 children.
There are some educated women also who are yielding still to old mentality, like traditions. But there are others who are going beyond these traditions, breaking the traditions. They are being punished. They are paraded naked in the villages, and yet they have stood. But they have created a better awareness.
Very strong. Yeah. Once the widows are here, we normally talk to these widows and see if we can get them remarried, because that is a big stigma for the widows to get remarried in India, especially among the village people. In the city, life is changing, but still it's not very much accepted, because it is understood once a widow, you have to remain like that.
भगवंतांचा खरा भक्त काजा सपदं समाधी आली अदिन्ना दाना वैरवणी शिखापदं समाधी.
We are all conditioned by our traditions. If you take even culture, religion, language, wherever you see, in all there are prejudices towards women. So we are born and brought up in that.
And when the village people heard that I was getting a widow remarried, they opposed to me. They opposed very strongly. They said, you are spoiling the culture. So I don't think the religion is telling you anything, because I have never found in any of the books widows should not get married. Okay. So I have a feeling it's a tradition that is handed over, and that's what we are fighting against. Because if it is only a tradition, why not break it somewhere? like it. So pollution, no? And so much a waste of money. And there are millions of people still hungry.
ജീവിക്കുന്നോരും മൃത്യുവാർന്നോരും അന്തിമ നാളിൽ വന്നിടും മെന്നുമേ വരെയും വിധിച്ചിടാൻ വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു സത്യമായി പവനാത്മാവിൽ സിദ്ധന്മാരുടെ യോജിപ്പിൽ വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നേൻ സത്യസഭയിൽ നിത്യജീവിതം തന്നിലും വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നേ.
There was a lot of unity and love. That was my mother insisted in our family that there should be like that sharing, caring, and helping one another. This is the influence that I had in my family. And being in a remote village of Kerala, it was very nice to grow up in that place. Till today, I am now 58 years, but I cannot think of another holiday rather than being with my parents. If I have holiday, I want to go back to my parents' home because my brother and sisters are also very loving, and I would like to be with them rather than go for any sightseeing or any other place. Dad, ഇതെന്താ ഇങ്ങനെ ഞാൻ പോവാണേ ഞാൻ പോവാ അച്ഛൻ എണീക്കണില്ല ആ എന്നേ എന്നത് എന്നാ പറ്റിയേ ആ എനിക്കെന്താ കസലിരിക്കുന്ന ഇവിടെ ഇരിക്കണ്ട She's saying that when we were growing up, the whole village was very, very poor. So she has to share the food with all the people. And she used to make us do. My mother saying, when people used to come suddenly and my father was eating, and he would immediately say, there is food in the house. If there is no food, take from my plate and give it to the people. Like that he used to do. Oh, it's open. For me, I look at as Mary as someone a very dear person to me because she gave birth to Jesus, so I love her so much. But I don't like the way the church projects Jesus. Jesus came to serve. So we should be there to serve the people if we are really imitating Christ. That's what I feel.
We have to reinterpret everything. You see, when they were building Maher, once they had Good Friday, and they didn't know how to celebrate this feast. So what Lucy did, called all the workers, men and women, and made them sit down. Lucy and the social workers washed their feet. And the people were crying. Why? First time somebody accepted them.
Cricket players.
Then what happened was that there was some political parties here. So the political parties, when they went, there's in India, there's a custom that they go from house to house canvassing for themselves. So when they went, some of these women said, oh, you political people, what you do? Nothing. See that woman, though she's a stranger, she came and did so much work for us. She has started a kindergarten for us, and she has started self-help group for us, and she's helping us so much. What have you all done? So what he did was that to counteract, what he did was that he put fear in them. She's a Christian. That's one of her ways of starting, to convert you all into Christianity. So the people got frightened. They are illiterate people. They are from the village. So what the people did was that to push me out after that. And that's what has happened. So it went on for some time, and whatever I was trying to tell, people were not believing. They even came to stop my work. Then we told them, I said, no, you can go and ask from the town planning office whether we are building a church or home for the children. And I can say the more trouble I had from people outside, the more I prayed, asking God, show me what I should do. And that helped me a lot. It gave me a lot of inner strength to fight out with everything, and afterwards people saw that, we are doing so much of good, and now those same people, they call me to do all kinds of puja. Now I am called to make puja to the Ganesh, to any festival is there, they will call me.
Grundsätzlich muss ich sagen, was mir was mich am meisten bewegt hat, wenn man mit diesem Unterschied ist, dass die Frauen selbstbewusster geworden sind, die halt da das Projekt durchgemacht haben. Die sind ja verschieden da. Manche sind ja nur 6 Monate da, manche sind 2, 3, 4 Jahre auch da, nicht? Manche werden wieder verheiratet, manche eben nicht. Das kann man nicht sagen. Aber grundsätzlich kann man sagen, die Frauen sind viel selbstbewusster. Teilweise sehr selbstbewusst.
There are signs of change. Women were passive. They thought like men are powerful, and women imagined they have to be submissive and dependent. Today it is no more that. Women are aware of their rights. They are aware that they are equal. So there is, you may call it a kind of, I won't say fight, but there's a deeper awareness, and they are fighting for their rights in different ways, all over the world, even in the church.
I have a feeling that women can feel with the people. So if there is a female pope, it would be so different. The church would be entirely different, I feel. It would be so nice.
What would you do if you would be pope?
I would never sit there in Rome. One of the things. I'll never be in Rome. Of course, I wouldn't. I'm not at all up there. I cannot. But I know I will not be there. I will be in the slums and in the village.